And love, speaking about love in Nigeria is almost a taboo. The only way a lot of Nigerians, by the way, especially the older generation, understand love is marriage and family life. And somehow we're expected as children to understand love, but love culture here, love is shunned, vulnerability is shunned, and love cannot come without a show of vulnerability. So all those things are shown, and somehow we are expected to just know love when the only love we are ever even taught about is very in theory. We are taught about how love is patient, love is kind, but we only read those things in the Bible. We hardly ever experience them. So love is not a topic that Africans, that Nigerians like very much. Love is not a topic that Nigerians understand very much. And well, one would think, well, if you don't understand something, you should be willing to learn. But it is shunned. It is shunned. In fact, if you talk about love that exists outside marriage and family, you are considered crazy. If you talk about how a community can grow if we understand how to love each other correctly, they will tell you, who get time for that one? In essence, nobody has the time to sit down and love. Na person wey chop belle full go even reason how to love person. And it's true, because poverty is so ingrained in our system that before we even think of any other thing, we're thinking about survival first, and we're thinking of how not to even kill each other while we fight for that survival. So I read a book by Bell Hooks all about love, and she said, like anything, we are expected that when we are born, we are supposed to know how to love. But people go to school to learn how to cook, to learn how to make dresses, and to learn how to plant. So what makes us think that love is any different? Love should be learned about. Love should be taught in schools. Love, the topic of love should be embraced and not shunned. And we should be practical. We should try to be practical about the love that we teach, about the gospel of Christ. A typical Nigerian family, the woman is the head spiritually, the man is the head financially. So while a mother is in church learning about love in her own way of learning about love, the father is usually not in church. And I'm talking about a typical Nigerian home. The father is usually not in church. He's learning about love on a Sunday morning in the beer parlor with his friends. That's his idea of love. So when they come back to the house, there's a clash of knowledge. While in church, the priest or the preacher has told your mother that, oh, this is what love should be. This is the way the gospel explains love. Love is gathering your children together in the night and praying together as a family. The beer parlor says a different thing. The beer parlor is, love is taking your children out to gyrate, because you need to shake them up. They're too calm to be children that live in Nigeria. They're too quiet. And when those entities come home, there's a clash of interests, and one is dragging the child is just like this, one is dragging, no, beer parlor, one is, no, church, no, beer parlor, no, church. But because we don't read, and because we don't want to learn about these things, the child is torn, and nobody sees the suffering of that child, or even children, because how many Nigerian homes stick it to one child? So love is shunned, and the whole idea is warped, and something that's supposed to be very harmonious and cause this beautiful balance is destroyed, which leaves elders to thinking love is a dead fit. But it can be a healthy balance. You guys can, all the family can pray together and still go out and gyrate in a good way. You don't have to waste it on smoke or drinks or alcohol. In a good way, you can take them to good parks. You know, love is not being mellow and sonder and melancholic. Love can be jumping on tires in the playground. So because there is no understanding, there is no balance, the idea of love in typical African homes is very swapped. And a lot of times it is just thrown to the woman to know how to love the children, while most times the fathers can remain aggressive for all we care, because feminine energy, and love is a feminine thing. But love is something that we should all learn and that we should all embrace. How is love in your home? And how is love in the home of your friends? What is love to you? Tell me.